I'm Tracee with Tracee Door Builders, and today on Behind the Build, we have an action-packed episode just for you. In addition to putting in fabulous pools and designing new homes, we're starting a huge new renovation in a really gorgeous wooded retreat home. And see what kind of machinery they let me use. Okay, well here's what I'm thinking for the pool. Okay. So we've got the foundation in, okay? We're getting ready to pour the basement floor. We've got the inspection on the plumbing finished, so we're good to go there. Yep. You had mentioned to me that you want to add fiber in the concrete, which is going to make it stronger and everything. Yep. So we are good to go with that. We're going to do that on the garage floor and all the porches, or else the front porch, excuse me. And we're going to talk about our back porch later, because we might have some changes there.
Okay, deeper.
We're good with that. Okay, so I got you on that. My thought on the whole layout of the pool, okay? So you have your back covered porch and you have your dining room. That's where we want to be able to look out and see that pool. Whether we want to take it a little this way or a little that way, we can definitely do. Come down some steps. We might have to have a landing there. We'll have to talk to Tracee, the other Tracee, the pool lady, about it.
That's what we were talking about.
Okay, and then going down to like an upper patio where you might have a table and chairs. Come out to maybe a grill area where you could have lounge chairs, and then a planter, have a railing. But we'll have to kind of look at that elevation. So what I want to do is take it from here, take it down 3 or 4 steps, down to an upper patio, take it down 3 or 4 more steps, down to the pool area, and then it's going to slope down.
I like the upper patio,
to our walkout.
We were trying to figure out what we were going to do up there, if that was just going to be grass or what. So I like that.
Because the important thing is that not too many steps, right? We want to have it flow down.
Yes.
We can handle that.
Yep. And a fire pit area where it could be connected. This could all be a rock bed also.
Is this the fire pit we have at home? Is that what you're envisioning when you see that drawing, or something like that?
Something like that, however we decide to finish it.
But this could be one that where you gather right around the pool area. It could be landscape. And then you've just got a great view that way out the golf course, and a great view every pretty much way you go. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
So what would you envision where a fence would have to go to, because we have to have a code, right?
You do.
What would that look like?
Well, we probably need to go off this corner of the house here. And maybe we need to take it out and around and connect it up probably somewhere in this area. So you might want a little bit less, or you might want a little bit more yard space or green space within the pool. You might want it tighter so you don't have to take a lawnmower in there at all. So that we just really have to figure all that out. We still have a lot of filling up to do back here. Okay, and that back patio, that back porch right now looks really high, but we're gonna fill that up and then grade it back down.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dirt in here.
Yep, and we have a lot to cut out on that side of the house, and we've got all that over there too.
And I'm looking for long, rectangular, long oval kind of pool shape too. So I want it wide and kind of long.
Okay, deep. Which I would go the biggest that you can back here. Having teenagers and them going to be having a lot of friends over, and that's what I would do. Yeah, for sure. So, and then really we won't have to put a retaining wall over here at all. Your tree, Alice the tree over here, she's looking good to save. We might have to put a little retaining wall around there, but my objective is to still save her. So.
Work.
We're not done yet, but she's close.
I know, fingers crossed.
So, one thing that I just want to make sure is, and we'll talk to her, is this strip around here. Just want to make sure that it's wide enough to accommodate a lounge and not have people walking all over each other.
And that all just kind of depends on your budget.
Exactly. It's kind of, that's where my head is. It doesn't mean we're going to end up there, but that's where,
Okay. So the other thing that I did want to show you really quick, kind of using it here to hold the blueprints down. So originally, when we had done this house and designed it, we had talked about a back concrete floor for the back porch and the back patio, where I'm thinking now, with the amount that I have to fill up in there with rock, and rock costs a lot of money, I think I can do it with a tongue and groove porch floor instead of concrete for the same price.
Does this go back to where we were trying to figure out whether we're going to fill it in and concrete it?
It's not going to crack. It can expand and contract a little bit. So you might see a little bit of movement there in the grooves. It all gets, screwed in there as tight as it can possibly be. And it's not perfect. I mean, there might be some, areas where it's a little more open, a little more closed. But with the texture of it and everything, and there are some
look like more polished than
exactly. So it's definitely not going to crack like concrete, and concrete could crack. So,
price point is.
I'm hoping to do the whole thing for the same amount of money. That's what I'm working on right now.
Trade off on the fill versus
exactly.
the... So this is a little more expensive than the concrete. However,
I don't
same
have
on
to
the
put
other.
$2,000 worth of rock inside of that and fill all that up so the concrete and rebar and everything can sit on top of it.
Okay.
So.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're good to go. I think I just need to make sure that it all works out with Tracee, and sounds like she just pulled it.
I like
so
the plan.
we're good.
Yep.
Yep, there she is.
Hey
come
guys,
here.
how are you
How are
all?
you?
Nice sunny day out here. It's beautiful out here.
Did you bring all the Barbie
guys.
pools with you?
I
Or
did.
should I say
I
the
did.
Thursday pools?
The baby pools,
Come
the
on
Barbie
over here.
pools.
Hey, Tracee.
Hi, I'm Tracee Davenport, Davenport Extreme Pools. These are my baby pools or Barbie pools, whatever you would like to call them. Let me get them set out real quick. And this is a magazine and my card for you all.
Thank you.
It's really important for them to be able to kind of out of their kitchen, dining, hearth room area and onto this side, the left side of the covered porch, which is that big bump out right there.
Okay.
To put the pool in this area. We've got kind of the kids over here. We've got the master here.
Okay. The kids are here. Okay.
Yep,
Perfect.
Exactly. We'll call them kids. They're as big as us. But
Okay.
yes, so the teens. And so we're going from this high grade all the way down to a walkout around the corner over there. Their big thing is you all want as wide a pool as possible, right? You all want as big a pool as possible.
With,
Do you want an
grandkids.
auto cover or no auto cover? That's going to be the big deciding factor.
I'm not sure I know.
Auto cover is an automatic cover that covers your pool where you hit a code in or a switch. It's good for little kids
Right.
so
No,
they don't
I don't
fall
think
in the
we need
pool. Okay, perfect. Okay, that'll help.
So pool-wise, Stephanie, you were talking about, are you thinking a true rectangle, or are you thinking something that's more rectangular but still has some movement?
And these are only 5 of our designs. We have
Sure.
many.
I thought true rectangle, and your website is awesome because we were out there playing on the Thursday Pool website.
Thank you.
And it's actually the Cathedral LX. We like the fact that, what is it called? The little
This is a-
landing, sorry.
the tanning ledge.
The tanning, I like a tanning ledge.
Okay.
Except I don't want it huge. I don't
Okay.
want it to take up too much of the pool. Just a couple chairs, enough
Sure.
for grandkids to sit on the top of there and
Gotcha.
play.
I like that guy over there.
This
that
is
was
our
looking-
#1 seller.
I
ordered,
saw him on, which
It's
one
the
is he?
Aspen. I ordered 18 of these last week out of 20 pools. So here's what, it's still, you have tons of room.
Yep.
Fit 2 real comfortable, the lounger chairs,
Yep.
the tanning lounge chairs, sorry. And we put some bubblers there for the, because
The little
eventually,
fountains, are
if
they
you-
fountains or the bubblers?
the bubblers that
Oh,
bubble
okay.
up.
So question, what is the difference between Thursday pools and other pools that maybe aren't as thick or the shells aren't as good? Or,
That's
or
what
Talk
happens.
to me.
A lot of pools are thin. Thursday Pool has a great product, very thick product. There's layers on here after layers of fiberglass. They just stand behind their product. Out of in the country, you got Berry Reef and Thursday are really high up there in the lines.
So my big thing for you is this back elevation, and we're getting ready to backfill next week.
Okay.
So we need to put as much in here as possible.
Yep.
So I kind of need to go through with you and see about where we want to put that up to, and then how far we want to
and we
take
can throw
it
a
out.
laser on it. Yep. Get
Yep.
the exact elevation we're going to need.
Yep.
Where
Okay.
we tamp it and get
Okay.
it secure.
Okay.
Have you been dreaming of your own private pool? Davenport Extreme Pools has been creating gorgeous pools and patio retreats all over the Kentuckiana area. From start to finish, our outdoor living specialists will hold your hand through the design process, creating the perfect pool for you. Our state-of-the-art 3D imaging allows your outdoor living area to come to life before your very eyes. Stop dreaming of your pool and start enjoying it. Call Davenport Extreme Pools today or visit us online at davenportextremepools.com.
So the slinger truck's on their way?
It's on its way, should be here shortly.
Okay, awesome, I appreciate it. So you've already filled the basement with
We've
rock.
Got the aggregate in the basement. We
Okay.
started that before the walls.
Okay.
So now that you've got this poured, and we apparently have a crawl space here, we need to get some rock in there for you.
Yes, and good thing we don't have to do it the old-fashioned way of.
The old-fashioned way, I used to take a bobcat and I would dump it over the wall. I'd take a shovel and I'd take a rake and I'd rake it where it needed to go.
You would or other people would?
I would. I physically
You
did it
physically
myself. That's how
would.
this company
Okay.
got started, was me physically
Really?
doing the work.
That's
Sure
pretty
enough.
cool. That's pretty cool. So on this one, we have some columns going to be going in here. So
Yes.
we're going to kind of spread it out around those so that we can get to those.
We'll keep it away from the
structure?
columns so your
Okay.
framers can get and set that.
Okay.
We're going to put some plastic down
Okay.
For a vapor barrier.
Right.
It's a crawl space. You
Right.
don't want moisture in your
Nope.
crawl space. We
Nope.
all know that. That's a bad thing.
To have a crawl space like this actually saved the homeowner a little bit of money because
bit
it
of money.
wasn't full basement. They didn't need 4,000 square feet of basement.
That's correct.
So, question, how did you before, if it wasn't a walkout or, you know, get all that aggregate in a basement?
Well, the foundation guys come in, they pour a footing. It's
Yeah.
usually about 8 to 10 inches tall.
Right.
And we come in behind them, so the walls are not here. You gotta
Right,
imagine it's just
right.
a footing system. And that's how we place the rock in there.
Right.
Because there's no walls in our way. So we put it in, we put it on grade.
Mm-hmm.
It gets the foundation guys out of the mud. It creates a drainage system for any water
Mm-hmm.
on the exterior part of the basement to help build hydrostatic pressure.
Right.
So it's easy to do when the walls are up.
Before, this probably would have taken you a couple days to do, and now it only takes you how long?
Well, it wasn't a couple days. It
Okay.
takes a slinger about 20 minutes to unload.
Okay.
So it's about half as much
Okay,
time.
so
yeah.
it just saves a lot of
Yeah.
time and
Instead of
manpower.
8 or 9
and-
hours, we got 4 hours.
Okay,
So,
okay,
yeah,
awesome.
Most definitely.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for the truck to get here.
I
The
can't
slinger.
wait to either. The slinger. We'll see it in person.
Okay, I'm standing here in the unfinished basement, what's going to be the basement of this home, and we finished the foundation walls. So we broke ground, dug everything out. It's going to be a walkout ranch, so it's all going to walk out on this side of the house. And what's really important is how we have to step down the foundation. Okay, first we start out with the footers, and then we have to put rebar up through the footers to get the foundation walls so that they don't move on top of that footer. And inside of this concrete wall is a heck of a lot of steel, so it doesn't move or crack or whatever we do, we've got to keep this solid. We're going to have a great walkout, and plumbing's done and ready to go. Thanks for meeting me here, Tyler. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
I wanted to meet you here. We are giving this house a facelift inside and out, taking it from the 15 to 20-year-old home that it has been for an existing family and done wonderful things for them, taking it into a newer generation with this younger family. So what we're doing on the outside, this is gonna be, I think, one of the biggest changes.
Okay.
So we have a lot of this, what I call this kind of reddish purplish brick that was really popular 15 or 20 years ago with the black mortar.
Sure.
We're gonna paint the whole exterior of the house. That's not your job. What you're gonna help me do,
Luckily.
okay? Yes, really. What you're gonna help me do is give this a facelift.
Okay.
Okay? We're gonna use a lot of board and batten. This gable, this front gable, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna close it in. Okay, we're gonna get new front doors, double high. We're getting rid of that arch that a lot of people did in the 90s.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna do new square columns, give it that more farmhouse cottage look.
I like it.
Railing, okay, maintenance-free railing. Some of this stone, we might have to replace some of it depending on, there may have been some leaks.
Right, right.
So we might have to replace that, so we'll talk about that. But we just want to add a lot of charm, a lot of character. We might even say, you know, let's have you make some custom shutters for this.
Okay.
But our big thing is this entrance
Yeah.
and the gables. And around the back, we also want to add a lot of board and batten.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Yep. We can definitely handle it for sure.
okay, well,
got-
let me show you the inside.
Let's do it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so these columns, they absolutely hate. Lindsay can't stand these. They're more round columns, just like on the front of the house. So what we want to do is we want to take these out and give this more character.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
They're just, I mean, row after row of columns. So we need to find out if this point is structural.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure that it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
And we want to see if we can open this up.
Okay.
Take this wall back here, so we're going to need to break into there. Okay. We want to open this wall up in the dining room, but we want to create this really neat corner here
Sure.
with maybe like a half wall and some square columns this is what they were doing typically.
Right.
So,
right.
and the kids in the background say so.
That's right.
Done deal.
That's
so I want to
it.
take you to the master bath. We have
Okay.
a couple of other areas. Master bath, we want to gut that, but I also need to see if the second floor is being held up by one particular wall.
Okay.
That's going to make or break it in there. Either way, in the master bath, we've got plan A and plan B.
Okay.
So we're good to go.
Let's do it.
And then we'll go upstairs.
Okay.
Right
Sounds
down
good.
here.
All right.
So this is the master bath.
Okay.
Looks pretty good,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, don't have to redo it.
Right.
But it's not their taste at all.
Gotcha.
Okay, so nice countertops and all that. The former homeowner did nice floors, but really the function doesn't
Sure.
work for them.
Sure.
So we need to create some square corners so we can fit the bed in. So let's go ahead and kind of tap into some of these walls and
Okay.
see what we can do.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Let's get it.
You may not always be able to see exactly what everyone is thinking, but at River City Bank, we know that everyone has their own dreams. We want to make your dreams a reality. Whether it's the right account or the right loan, we are here to help you every step of the way.
Now with the branch open in Middletown.
So most of the time, I build custom homes for a particular client. But in this case, this is a spec house. So a spec house is a house that's going to be for sale throughout the whole building process. The great thing is about this, that just like building a custom home for somebody, I put my heart and soul into this too. So all these blueprints here are 100% my design, and there's no other house like it anywhere. It is a totally custom house, but it'll be all ready for a client to move in. The one thing I like to do is keep the spaces open and airy. And a lot of people have gotten away from that formal dining room, so we do a lot of big spaces like a big eating kitchen, which has that big dining room. So things like that have been really important to me. I went to design school. I've been in the business over 30 years. My father was a builder. That's how I grew up in this business. And I puttied nail holes. I was his cleanup girl. So I know from the ground up how it's supposed to be done.
Hi Tracy, how are you?
Hey, good, Gina. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Well, I broke ground on a new spec house last week. And
Great.
I've already had a call about a potential buyer has called. And I wanted to talk to them or send them over to you in River City about financing.
Okay, so are you thinking that you're going to complete construction on it first and then she buy it? Or,
Yes.
or you want to, okay.
Yes, we would
So
put a
we have-
contract on it before the end of construction.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So I have a couple of options. So we do have the traditional, what's called the secondary market financing, basically, you know, where you get your long fixed rate terms, super low interest rates right now for good qualified borrowers. But we do also have some other options. For example, I have a short-term bridge loan that I can do if they have a house that needs to be sold that has a lot of equity in it.
Okay.
And then I also have some in-house long-term financing that works well. You know, if maybe they don't quite fit in that box for the secondary market, there's a lot of different options that we have, I guess is where I'm going with this.
Well, perfect. I knew that, but that's not my business. So that's where I turned it over to you all because you are my go-to. So, well, fantastic. I'm going to give her your number and have her call you there in River City and go from there.
Perfect.
I hopefully it'll work out. If not, it's okay. We'll get the next one.
Well, as always, I appreciate you reaching out and giving me a shot at it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Tracy.
Okay, thanks.
Talk to you
Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Gina Ashley, Vice President at River City Bank. We've been doing construction loans for over 30 years, and I just wanted to clear up some things about construction loans because they can be intimidating. If you've never had a construction loan, if the only type of loan you've ever had is just a purchase a house and move into it type of conventional loan, there are some differences with construction loans. And two of the things that are key to construction loans are having both a knowledgeable builder and also having a knowledgeable lender. Most construction loans are a year at most. And so the goal is to get the house constructed and then move on to your permanent financing. During a construction loan, you're actually going to interact with your lender several times, and they're going to help you through the process. So you're going to contact your lender when you need a draw, you're going to contact them with questions, if any issues come up, and then towards the end, that same lender can help you facilitate the permanent financing, the conventional loan. Most construction loans are going to require you to put 20% down. But that's also very good on the permanent side, on the permanent financing side, because when you go to refinance that loan, you know that you have that 20% equity. Feel free to call me, call a lender that you've worked with before, call someone that you're comfortable with, and don't be afraid to ask the questions.
I'm headed in to meet with Allison. She owns Summer Classics, one of my favorite stores. I've been talking with her and her husband about designing them a new home for the lot they just bought in Persimmon Ridge. It's a gorgeous lake lot and it's very wooded. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. So what I wanna find out is what her inspiration is for the outside of her home and how her family wants to live. She had mentioned doing a craftsman, but I bet she has some other ideas also. Let's go in. Thank you so much, Allison, for meeting with me and sitting down with me today about building your dream home.
Absolutely.
So we've spoken a little bit, but talk to me more about your exterior vision.
So, you know, we've looked for a lot for years, and when we found this lot in Persimmon Ridge, we just, you know, knew that it was the one. It is a wooded lot, 1.3 acres on a lake. Just super excited to have some space to spread out on, not be super close to our neighbors, but you know, also be in a neighborhood, and that's what we're most excited about.
Okay, and so you're envisioned for the front of the home. Talk to me about that.
So really looking for like an updated craftsman version, maybe with some cedar post or some cedar accents, you know, with gables, but also, you know, light, maybe not white, maybe creamy, you know, stone or painted brick or something like that, but just an updated craftsman.
Okay, so something that could be your home that is also your vacation home, all in one.
Yes, that's how we live. We'd love to entertain, like to feel like we're on vacation all the time. So, you know, we want to put in a pool. We want to have different entertaining areas, whether it's deep seating, dining, outdoor kitchen, just a lot of different places that is an extension of our home. So we're bringing all the entertaining spaces outside.
Okay, so family room area, master bedroom, all need to be in the back of the house.
Yeah, with lots of windows so we can overlook it all.
Okay, so what I would call the more unimportant rooms, but more really high function rooms, like laundry room, cubby area, maybe a little office up in the front.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe a closet for the master up towards the front of the house, and keep all those other areas with just exposure to the lake.
Yep, all the living areas we want to overlook our entertaining space in the lake, and you know, where we can watch the kids play out there if we're in the kitchen. Or
Yep. No, I think this is gonna be a fantastic forever home and your stay-at-home vacation home too.
Absolutely, we're super excited.
Well, wonderful. I will get with Anthony, my draftsman. I'll start to draw everything up, and we'll put it on CAD and go ahead and meet here in about a week or two.
Sounds great.
Sound good? Okay. Yeah. I'll see you then.
Since 1948, Barber Cabinet Company has been creating beautiful cabinetry for families all over the Kentuckiana area. Whether you're wanting a gorgeous new kitchen, a lower level bar, or a dreamy master bath, Barber Cabinet Company can blend your ideas with our experience to create the perfect look for your home. From the first consultation to installation, our designers and craftsmen create a customized look based on your design style and needs. Call Barber Cabinet Company today and start designing your dream home.
Tune in next week. I'm going to learn more about decking and have a run-in with the building inspector.